Greetings YouTubers, Dave G Electric Reviews, and I have something special today. Ijoy Asolo. Tell you what, this fucking thing is pretty amazing. It is to me so far. So I found a few things that I didn't like, and I just thought I'd share with you the things that I do like and the things that I don't like. So let's get down, let's check it out. We'll pull it out of the box just like it came to me, and we'll see how it does. Alright, here we are. This is the box. I got mine in black. They do come in a couple of the colors, I believe silver and gold. But for this purpose, we'll see the black one. Oh, look at that. Ooh, that's a... So on the outside of the box, you'll have the scratch and check authentication. Ijoy, made in China. Ijoy Asolo. Asolo mio. Excuse me. So let's throw the outside of that away. And there she is. That's what we got. Turn this fucker right side up. Alright, so first impressions, it's not a huge mod compared to the IPv4. Kind of dwarfs it. Look at that. Compared to the SIG 150TC, and compared to a plain old G box. Jeez, it's smaller than that even. So she's pretty tiny. I mean, there's a lot of power in this little humdinger. There you got your T button, you got your screen, you got a good button here. It feels pretty nice. Solid 510. I mean, this is a good looking mod. It feels really great in your hands. Just fits right there. Let's see what else we got in the box here. We got this cart or tank adapter for your cartomizers or your eye clear tanks, whatever the hell they're called. I haven't even used them forever. You got your little secret storage here. You got a silicone wrap, and then it also comes with these things, which are kind of cool. They're like little grips. I imagine they glue right there, but they're a little thick, so I didn't put them on mine. You got your book, and looks like a warranty card. Yes, easy. Ijoy for your joy. You ever looked up Ijoy on the internet? There's some crazy shit. Keep power off when rebuilding the RDA on Asolo. For accurate TC on Kanthal, yes, Kanthal, we suggest use diameter less than 0.3 millimeters. I have no idea what gauge that is. Coil resistance reach 0.5 or more. There you have it. So let's get this fucker on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see the blue lights from my camera there. No atomizer, she says. So let's just plug something on here. I have this is a Kanthal coil in this tank, the Sketchy Elite 2. New atomizer. Boom. So it'll fire right away, but you'll know if you try to go to temperature control. Usually takes a 2-second fire. It didn't this time, but we'll mess around with it a little more. It's one of the little things that I did not like. The user interface is kind of sketchy at times. But let's see. So to use Kanthal in temperature control, let's go back to wattage mode. What you do, these are the wattage up and down. This does go to 200 watts. So with Kanthal temperature control, you set it to where you like it. That's pretty good. It's got a 0.7 ohm coil in here. So 51 watts was pretty good. Then you push down the T button, that changes it to temperature control mode, and you'll notice the 100% Fahrenheit. I'm not sure you guys can even see that. That's probably too bright. It says 100% Fahrenheit. You can turn that up and down between 80 and 110. Yeah. So what that's telling you there is 110% of the 51 watts. That's 90% of the 51 watts. 80% of the 51 watts. But what it does is it brings it up to that 80% and then it backs it off. Unless of course you're dry hitting it like that, it'll just shut down. And there's another thing I noticed, that little dry hit blinky thing is a liar. There it goes. And went right back to it. We'll turn it down to 39 watts. Still doing it. I just turned it back on and off again here. So there. That was a 93%, and I'll tell you what, I took a long hit on that Kanthal, and it was, it was just straightforward vape. It heated up to a point and it stopped, and it kept going at that level. So the temperature control on Kanthal does work. It doesn't work the way, say, a nickel coil would. This does have a nickel and titanium option on it. I got a nickel coil here in this Flybone RDA. There you go, new atomizer. Ohms too low. So let's check and see what this thing fires down to. TC mode on regular wire. TC mode on nickel and titanium wire resistance range 0.1 to 1.5 ohms. TC mode on regular wire resistance range 0.1 ohm to 2.5 ohms. TC mode on Kanthal wire resistance range 0.5 ohm to 2.5 ohm. Wattage control mode wire resistance 0.1 to 3 ohm. So I'm not real sure what that Kanthal or that, I'm not too sure what that nickel is. Put this RDA on here. This is my SIG S. Yep, going old school. And I have a Clapton. That's 0.14. You push this button, then you go to nickel. Yes. So now it's in nickel mode. Up, down temperature. So we got, and the temperature range on this is from 600 to 300, and then once you pass that, it goes to Celsius. So that's how you get from Fahrenheit to Celsius, is you just rock past it. Let's try it at 540. Well, we went out of... There we go, we got it back in there. Why the fuck does it keep going to wattage? You see that? Huh. So, as you can see, there's a little bit of trouble with the this NI. Doesn't like it. So we'll get it off of there. Let's try this nickel Sketchy Elite tank. One. Ask you if it's new or the same. I'll go new. TC setup. Need to learn more than 2 seconds. So we'll fire at 2 seconds. Then from the wattage mode, you push this button twice, and now you can select NI. There we go. Pretty good. Let's go back up. We've seen everything out of the box. We've talked about it a little bit. We've seen a little bit of the hiccups. Let's get up and see how she vapes. Alright, so here is a picture of the screen, basically. If you couldn't see that, then that's what it looks like. You got your e-liquid indicator temp percentage. Like I was saying, you put it at 50 watts and then you put it into this TC mode. That's going to be your percentage of that 50 watts. So you got a time, that's your hit timer. You got current, you got voltage, you got atomizer resistance, temperature, wattage, battery indicator, thermometer, which is really kind of a joke, but anyway. So let's get vaping on this bastard. This is a nickel coil in here. It's at 0.25. It's going down a little bit. Let's turn that temperature up to 520. It works real well on nickel. Let's take it off and go back to the Kanthal. Matter of fact, this RDA here, this saper is Nichrome. So let's see what we got here. We got a 0.4 ohm resistance. Let's hit it at juiced up pretty good. Turn that wattage up to probably about 72. There we go. So let's go to 75. That's about right at the edge of that. So now I'll hit the down on the T button. Push it down and hold it. That'll switch it to temperature mode. We're at 100% of the temperature that I was getting at 70 watts. So let's put it down to 90 because it was a little bit warm. Not warm at all. That's definitely 90% of that first temperature I was getting at in the wattage mode. Let's turn it down to 80%. It's definitely cooler. Let's go to 110%. It should be hotter than that first initial. Yeah, it said dried out. So, juice this fucker up. Still vaping on the same shit, no leaf vapor, honey, cream, good stuff. Yeah, that was hotter, but it maintained the temperature which is the big thing. I mean, that's what temperature control is, right? Maintaining that temperature. Is with the normal wattage, you hit an RDA, and those coils are just going to continually getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter until you quit drawing on it or quit pushing that button. Turn the airflow down a little bit. See how long of a it's good. It's good. So let's take this puppy off and put that Kanthal back on there. I noticed the temperature control works better on Nichrome than it does the Kanthal. Kanthal, you seem to get weird. New atomizer, it says. So this is a 0.73. We'll put it up to 44 watts. It's good. Temperature control, I'm going to drop it down to 85%. See, it said it had a dry coil, but it doesn't. I don't know why it does that. It only does it sometimes. One thing I noticed too is that little thermometer will just shoot right up to the top, and then it'll say you got a dry coil, but you don't. So as far as TC on Kanthal, it's not 100%. It's there, but it doesn't seem to work all the time. With Nichrome or nickel, though, this thing is badass. I put some titanium coil in here, just running it through its paces, and titanium, it just, I mean, it worked just as good as the nickel. So but I'll tell you what, I really like this mod. I mean, it feels great in the hand. The battery compartment is not magnetic, but it's pretty tight. You got two 18650s. The in here looks like it's coated with brass. Just pop that in there, and pop that there, and push it in. I'll tell you what, I really like this mod, so just wanted to share the little hiccups it seems to have, and the greatness and the power that it does have. Like I said, it's a 200 watt mod. It was pretty damn cheap. 68 bucks I think is what I got this for. Fits in your hand. It's not big, it's not bulky. It's a great little mod. Now, as a special present to you guys, the Coil Master. I have an extra one of these that I am going to be sending somebody's way. This is the 521 tab. Giveaway. You can also test your voltage drop on this. 521 tab is pretty awesome. I'm sure everybody's heard about it. It has the mode for testing your resistance, and it also has a fire mode right there. So you can fire your coils on here and heat them up and squeeze them. So for subscribers, current and new. I'll be putting you all in a pot and we'll be doing a drawing on here. I'll announce it in 2 weeks. So everybody make sure and subscribe. Check out my other videos, and I really appreciate everybody watching. Vape on, America, and Australia, and Germany, and wherever you're at.